Okay, rise and shine, Bedford County. It's in the 7 a.m. hour on Tuesday, October the 24th, 2023. And this is the Bedford County Free Press live video news on Facebook. And joining us first up this morning is John Marker. It is currently in Bedford County a chilly 33 degrees in Bedford County. So the coldness is starting to, and there's Missy. So as usual, we start with the weather, and this weather report is sponsored by Ben Hall Auctioneering. This weather report is sponsored by Ben Hall Auctioneering. On October the 28th, there will be a fall special at the Bedford Fairgrounds Show Arena, where Ben Hall will be presenting a pony and donkey auction. New tax starts at 11 a.m., the ponies and donkeys at 4 p.m., horses to follow. For more information, you can contact Ben Hall at 814-979-2046. Okay, so and Jeffrey Oswald is joining us this morning. So here's the weather for today. Today, sunshine, high 71 degrees. Tonight, a few passing clouds, 44 degrees. Wednesday, Central Court Day, is partly cloudy skies. In the morning will give way to cloudy skies during the afternoon, high near 75. And the outlook for the next couple of days after that is Thursday will be 76 degrees. Friday will also be 76 degrees, as well as Saturday will be 76 degrees. So it looks like 3 weeks from tomorrow is going to be the hearing with former District Attorney Bill Higgins and the bad guy reporter, the cameraman. Courtroom number 1, 3 weeks from tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. So we have some Bedford County news, and then we will have some sports, and then I will have, again, some commentary on an incident that took place yesterday morning when I attempted to go to work. So, okay, but first we will deal with the news, and I'll take questions in between. And so, a DUI occurred on October the 22nd on Penn Knoll Road in Snake Spring Township. State police were notified of a suspicious vehicle at that location. Upon arrival, contact was made with 40-year-old Matt Williams of Akron, Ohio. And there was a strong odor of alcohol on his breath. SFTSs were administered and indicators of impairment were observed. And Mr. Williams was placed into custody for DUI and arraigned in front of a local magistrate. He was operating a 2016 Chevy Sonic. And the one vehicle crash occurred on September the 30th, Racetown Road, Liberty Township, involving 34-year-old Jesse Nail of Clearville. He was transported to UPMC Altoona with suspected serious injuries. He was operating a 2008 Saturn. He is being charged for the crash. A public drunkenness occurred on October 22nd on Lamech Drive in East St. Clair Township. State police were dispatched to a female who related that she was in fear of bodily harm from a friend. The female went to a neighbor's residence and knocked on the door during the early morning hours, and a Okay, she knocked on the door during the early morning hours, waking the neighbor up after spending a few hours in the neighbor's yards and woods. The female was highly intoxicated, and the information she gave the neighbor about fearing for her life was found to be not true. The suspect was 62-year-old Patricia Barsis of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this happened in East St. Clair Township, which is where I live. So maybe she knocked on my neighbor's door, and that's who he's been having problems with, instead of accusing it on me. Good morning to Janelle Grapes. And let's see here. Scrolling through, there's an accident, and there was it looks like a 3-vehicle accident, and police did not release any of the names, so I'm not even going to bother announcing that one. And there was another accident involving a 16-year-old male from Artemis. He was not injured as well. A drug possession occurred on September the 18th on Business 220 in Bedford Township. A 2020 International Harvester operated by 36-year-old Malik Tarrant of Baltimore, Maryland, was stopped on the side of the road. Okay, a commercial motor vehicle was stopped for a roadside inspection. During the inspection, the operator from Baltimore was found to be in possession of marijuana. A dog law violation occurred on September the 28th on Cortland Road in Napier Township. State police investigated a reported leash law violation that occurred on Cortland Road. The victim, a 43-year-old female, reported that 2 German Shepherd dogs came onto her property and killed one of her ducks. The owner of the dogs paid for the loss of the victim's ducks. No charges were filed regarding this incident. And a good morning to April. Okay, this looks like a big one here. A retail theft occurred on September the 29th at the Dollar Tree in Bedford Square in Snake Spring Township. State police in Bedford investigated a report of a theft at that location. The dollar store manager reported that 2 males scammed one of her cashiers. She further related that the males deceived the cashier into applying $400 on 2 Visa gift cards without paying for the gift cards. She also related the males purchased 2 greeting cards with the transaction. The manager related she was able to freeze the gift cards before they were used. She related that the business was ultimately deprived of the greeting cards, which were valued at $1 each. The manager described the males as middle-aged black males with a thin build. Anyone with information regarding that incident is asked to contact State Police in Bedford at 623-6133. And on a side note, that employee, you should be fired. You can't be that stupid. I mean, really, come on. Okay, so a drug possession occurred on September the 8th on William Penn Road in King Township. State police investigated a single vehicle crash that occurred at the 8,000 block of William Penn Road, King Township. This crash occurred as a 2007 Chevy Silverado was traveling south on William Penn Road. While traveling south, the vehicle negotiated a left curve in the roadway and entered a straight portion of the roadway. After exiting the curve, the operator of the vehicle, 24-year-old Blake McIntyre of Allen Bank, lost control of the vehicle and skidded into the oncoming lane. The vehicle then traveled back into the southbound lane and traveled off of the roadway. After traveling off of the roadway, the vehicle then traveled into a ditch which caused the vehicle to overturn onto its passenger side. The vehicle completed a full rollover and landed on its wheels in the roadside ditch. While speaking with the operator, multiple signs of impairment were observed, and the operator was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol and marijuana. The vehicle being a 2007 Chevy Silverado, the operator was not injured as a result of this crash. Assistance on the scene was provided by Dulles Towing, Bedford EMS, and the Emler Volunteer Fire Department. A criminal mischief occurred on October the 15th on Lafayette Road in South Woodbury Township. Someone damaged a car window belonging to a 50-year-old male from New Enterprise. And then finally, a theft occurred on September the 28th of 2023 on Adams Run Road in East St. Clair Township. State police were dispatched to the location for a report of a theft by a deception. An unknown individual posed as a law enforcement officer and scammed a 42-year-old female out of $10,000. Anyone with information in regards to this incident are asked to contact state police in Bedford at 623-6133. And that is the news. In sports, the Texas Rangers are the American League champions. They defeated the Houston Astros 11-4 last night in Game 7, so the Texas Rangers will be going to the World Series. Meanwhile, the Arizona Diamondbacks defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 5-1 to force a Game 7. Game 7 of that National League Championship Series comes down to this game tonight at 8 o'clock. Arizona Diamondbacks against the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia for Game 7 of the National League Championship. And the World Series is scheduled to start in Texas on Friday. So whoever wins the game tonight between Arizona and Philadelphia will win the National League Championship, and then they will go to the World Series this Friday to take on the Texas Rangers. Okay, so in the NFL, Minnesota Vikings for Monday Night Football defeated the San Francisco 49ers 22-17 in a shocker. Okay, in the National Hockey League, neither Pennsylvania teams played last night. However, tonight it looks like it's going to be Dallas against Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia will be taking on Vegas. That's what it looks like here to me. Philadelphia Flyers versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Okay, so yesterday when I went to work, Roger Hemming, my neighbor, Mr. Inbred himself, came out and started a fight with me because I guess he didn't like my news report from the previous day. So he came out over to my car and got in my face at my car when I was trying to get, I was in my car, and then I got out of my car, and then he came over to where my car was, and he literally stopped me from going into my vehicle. He got in my face. I defended myself back. We were nose to nose. He kept calling me little man, wanting me to punch him. So when it was all said and done, he walked away because he wasn't going to do nothing. even the Philadelphia Eagles are the number one in the NFC. Yep, and I believe Philadelphia Eagles now have the best record, the best record in the NFL. Seeing San Francisco lost last night, and Philadelphia's only got one loss, so San Francisco has two losses. So if I'm not mistaken, that's going to make the Philadelphia Eagles basically the number one team in the NFL at this moment. But Roger Hemming started a fight, stopped me from getting in my vehicle. I stood my ground with Roger Hemming, and he called the cops. When I left at 2:30 in the afternoon, I received a phone call from Pennsylvania State Police advising me that Roger Hemming had called him saying that I was causing trouble with him. And I told the officer, no, that's not right. I said, I have it on video surveillance. I checked the video surveillance last night. It is on there. Roger Hemming came up to me at my vehicle. He came out of his house, came up to me across the parking lot, and got in my face saying he ran me out of Bedford County. He took credit for my decision to get out of this shithole of a county. He took credit all by himself. He said, I ran you out. You're moving because of me. You're running out of the county. No, Roger Hemming, I'm not running out of the county. I'm tired of dealing and living with inbred, toothless rednecks like yourself. Yet again, twice now, you have gotten in my face and you have done nothing. I've got nothing against you, Roger. You're the one that's got the problem with me. So if you're gonna continue to provoke a fight, come over into my space, do something about it instead of making an idiot out of yourself. The cops told me they wasn't going to do nothing because they basically said when they talked to Roger, Roger was rambling on. They couldn't understand him half the time. And the cop said, I figured there was more to it. So I said, I was trying to get in my car. I was trying to go to work. Roger came out of his house. He came over to my car. He said I needed my ass kicked. I said, then do it. If you think I need my ass kicked, Roger, get it done, because I got things to do. So instead, he belittled me. He made light of my girlfriend dying again. He rambling on, saying that she had a firearm in the house when she lived here, and wondering why I didn't contact the landlord and tell her that she had a gun. I'm not required to contact the landlord. Who gives a shit? Again, Roger Hemming, keep your ugly, toothless, inbred ass on your own side. I will be gone in December. One of these days, you're going to push your luck, and you are going to face the consequences. That's not a threat. I have not threatened you. That is a spoiler. The police are only going to put up with you making crank phone calls to them for so long, for wasting their time after you start a fight and then try to call the cops on me and say, I'm the one starting the fight. So keep your punk ass over there in your own apartment and you will be fine. Because I told the police, I will defend myself. The moment he puts his hands on me, it's going to be lights out. So, with that, I am really done dealing with these inbred rednecks in Bedford County. I am leaving in December. I'm leaving on my own free will. There is not a soul big enough or tough enough to force me out. I'm moving out of this county because I'm tired of living with a bunch of inbred rednecks who all they do is take credit for things that has nothing to do with them. Now all of a sudden Roger's taking credit that I decided I wanted to get out of this county and improve myself by not living here. Now he's running. He ran over to the post office yesterday. He spent an hour over there. I know what you were doing over there, Roger. You were running your mouth like you always do, whining and crying and carrying on because you don't like me. Well, you know what? Fuck you. You don't control me. Nobody controls me. You've been watching the Bedford County Free Press Live video news, and I'm sure Roger's going to report this, so I'm going to end this show and quickly download it so I have a copy of it. Until the next time, this is your bad guy reporter saying it's a good day to be the bad guy.